Right now and all new at 11 tonight, we're getting the inside scoop on the Republican National Convention. And with just 45 days left until the RNC here in Jacksonville, a GOP insider tells us there are no plans to cancel the event or move it out of Jax despite a lawsuit just filed. Thank you for joining us tonight at 11. I'm Anthony Austin.
And I'm Jeannie Blaylock. We appreciate your being up with us tonight. The lawsuit is trying to block the RNC from coming to Jacksonville. And in the suit, it states major concerns from the medical community.
And we have live team coverage for you tonight. We want to begin with our Heather Crawford, who spoke with a Republican fundraiser who says there are still questions, Heather, about just how big it will be.
That's right, Anthony. Dan Eberhart told me that moving the RNC to Jacksonville so late in the game, combined with the surge in COVID cases, really right now is making fundraising pretty difficult. In fact, he said he has not donated to the host committee yet, but he told me he believes that the convention will go forward in late August in Jacksonville.
As the number of COVID cases in Duval County climbs to over 11,000, questions surrounding what the Republican National Convention will look like in August grow.
Donors are also being very stingy with their pocketbooks right now. They don't know how many people are going to attend. They don't know the amount of media coverage it's going to get.
Dan Eberhart is a Republican fundraiser and donor and CEO of oil field services provider Canary.
I'm planning on going, but, cautiously kind of looking at the news and assessing the situation.
He expects the event will go forward in Jacksonville, but will be scaled back.
Maybe about half the size. Normally there's a lot of events surrounding it, and I think those are going to be more muted, but still happen, is my understanding.
Despite concerns from hundreds of doctors raised in a letter to the mayor and city council about the potential health risk the convention could pose, Eberhart says there's been no talk among his friends at the RNC about canceling it.
I think it's going to be a great celebration, and I think that Trump wants to do it. And I think that, look, if he can put 6,000 people in the auditorium in Tulsa, there's no reason that, we can't have a good convention that's 3 or 4 times the size with people taking the safety precautions very seriously.
As for what it will look like if it's indoors at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena,
I think masks are going to be required. I think social distancing is going to be extremely enforced. I think a lot of the medium-sized events are going to be outside. I think you're going to have a lot of empty seats and the seat next to you empty.
He says RNC planners are considering moving the convention outdoors to TIAA Bank Field, and the RNC host committee says in addition to the arena, the football stadium, baseball park, and Daly's Place will be a part of hosting the event.
In some capacity, I think it will absolutely happen in Jacksonville, and there will be a big show. And that will show that the importance the Trump campaign places on Florida. Florida is a must-win state for Donald Trump.
He also told me having the convention in Florida is a nod to Governor Ron DeSantis and could potentially help him with a run for the White House one day down the road. Now, meanwhile, the GOP is getting some TLC from some downtown Jacksonville businesses. They are not only opening doors to the party, but they're also meeting with them, ensuring that they get some of those convention dollars. On your sides, Rick Boone, our newest reporter, is joining us downtown on how this plan to cash in is coming with a lot of safety precautions. Rick?
Yeah, it certainly is. This whole story reminds me of that favorite line from Jerry Maguire, show me the money. That's what a lot of downtown businesses are talking about. They're saying these requirements for masks, social distancing can all be a great combo to cash in and hit that jackpot. I want to introduce you to Freddie. He owns this downtown Jack's restaurant. He's not a Republican or Democrat. He's just a businessman who sees the opportunity of making cash. His open arms policy comes a day after several other Jacksonville businesses and residents have filed a lawsuit to block the RNC convention from coming to the city. Their suit is asking for the convention to halt or even reduce how many people will be attending. Still, other struggling restaurants like Freddy's and tap rooms have now joined Freddie on making that cash. One place told me off camera just a few hours ago that in this economy, who has time to let politics hurt their bottom line? And Freddie says, you know what? He's embracing any revenue he can get.
We have already got in touch with Jacksonville Republican Convention Center, and we have told them that our restaurant is available for their meetings and various other things that they want to do.
And the residents, or rather the businesses, tell me that, as for the social distancing and the safety aspect, well, they are now putting in place for they can set up their restaurants or tap rooms or businesses with social distancing. They're separating the tables, and they're also going to be building or expanding new areas for outside areas to take on those crowds. So they say they're going to do everything they possibly can to get that money that they're expecting to roll in their way. We're live in downtown Jacksonville. Rick Boone, First Coast News, on your side.